Hello and welcome to part 6.2 of the Kingdom Rush Frontiers walkthrough. Today we're covering Nazeru's Gate's Heroic Challenge. Now, quick rundown. You may have noticed that we have unlocked a new hero, but he sucks so we will not be using him. That's the end of the story, and I think I'm going to leave these upgrades as they are. Stalling is very important after all. And then over here, for the challenge, we can only go up to level 3, so I decided to just max out everything except reinforcements. We're going to use a little bit of everything here, so I didn't really feel comfortable using anything in particular, leaving anything in particular unupgraded. But out of all of this, I feel like reinforcements is the least important. Not that they aren't still an important centerpiece, but let's just go into it. This is basically the campaign, but a little funkier and with a little more steroids put into it. So over on the top, we have Dune Terrors, which of course absolutely demands barracks. We have simply Desert Thugs over here, and we have Dune Raiders from there. So we are going to put our faith in magic. Like this, and then this. Like this. Yeah, this. Put this over here, put this over here. And then there. And we got this. And let there be... Actually, I don't think I need 2 barracks. I think 1 will be enough. Yeah, 1's probably enough. Upgrade this one. And let's just get into it. Do we tap this one? No, we tap this one. I want to leave this spot open because I think Furnace Blast on this side might actually work. We're going to leave Ulrich on this side, mainly to stall as many Dune Terrors as possible. Oh, actually, that cold. This might actually be good. And we get our nice slice and dicer over here in Ulrich. Spam some reinforcements. Oh. Why am I missing? What is what the go? What the f? Okay. Okay, we up this. And then on this side, we got our first Immortals. So we want to be careful there. Well, that is a nice bundle, though. Let's drop a Flaming Ball on that. A ton of Desert Thugs. What is a good choice to make here? I think slightly better magic. This Mage Tower over here is fine, since it's not going to hit any of the Dune Terrors passing by, because it literally cannot do that. Which is very nice. Also, just be prepared to let Auric switch lanes if needed. Immortals pack quite a punch. And they're kind of scary. Both in appearance and in battle prowess, though they aren't quite as fearsome as even the trolls were. Like, even basic trolls had 20 to 40 damage, base damage of 20 to 40. Still physical, but still pretty high. Kind of scary. We're going to slow this one down. Upgrade this. Yeah, we want to save that. This is kind of buckling. Let's reinforce that. It's probably better. And then you firebomb that because Immortals are, again, scary stuff. 15 Immortals, 1 Executioner, but Ulrich can stand up to them. What we're going to do here is we're going to start working on our artillery tower. What's the biggest threat right here? Switch sides first. Having Ulrich here is slightly more important now. And again, with the artillery here, I'm taking advantage of that it cannot overshoot tactic. it's not gonna, it can't blow past the choke point because the choke point is on the edge of its range. Which is particularly good for taking out desert archers. Yes, they're called desert archers, even though they're clearly shadow archery skins. I think that was the aim of the desert campaign. To, open up with a mix of very familiar enemies, so a ton of reskins, but reskins of old enemies. But also, while also throwing in some new spice, so to say. Extra buff. Extra buff. Okay. That is good. Not so good. Yep. Now, the main reason I want a dwarf here is for those pesky shadow archers. And then this is a nice bundle to drop a rain on, so that we can hold our ground. Okay, so you want to take on this one first, since... you know what? Maybe we can take this one first. If you can catch up to them. Yeah. The executioners only deal about 20 to 40 physical damage to heroes, which Ulrich, of course, eats for breakfast, lunch, 11Cs, and second breakfast. I know that that's completely the wrong order, but I don't care. And now we can play catch up. So what we there have is scorpions. Yes, simply refer to as scorpions. You know what? We're gonna reinforce that. I feel like that's slightly more important here. And we got some sneaky burrowing dune terrors on the way, so we want to kill those as fast as we can. Oh yeah, this little man selling the lamp that Nazeru got trapped in at the end of the campaign. That was fun. Kind of funny to see that. To see leftovers of the boss fight returning heroic and iron challenges. Poison does a number on them though. Although, ooh, no, actually their damage is still kind of mean. Like, for example, Zons and Mactans and Origins have a very potent poison, but they don't have a very good melee. But I guess Scorpions are both, pretty tanky, and even outside of their poison, they have a decent melee. But unlike Sons and Mactans, their poison can't kill. But their melee, of course, can easily kill. Mortals, more Scorpions. We got Desert Archers. So we can call this early. We can permit ourselves to call that early. We have Dune Terrors on the way. This is why we're going to switch over. Now I'm going to hope we're going to get some more gold quickly, because I do want that dwarf. Luckily, that's some good magic damage we're dishing out there. How long is that line gonna hold up? Maybe not too long. Okay, we want to get rid of that. Or maybe that wasn't too wise. Come on, Ulrich, you can hold the line. Hey, you leveled up. Didn't even notice that. But he leveled up. Yep, that was a miscalculation on my part. Don't take out the shadow archers there. Get some more power here. Yeah. Luckily, that still works out. Sam Warriors are great. They're really great. Get a tier of Furnace Blast. You do need... One tier is enough, but a second tier is helpful. And we're going to improve our barracks just a bit. That should help. Built-in insurance against Dune Terrors. I like Dune Terrors as an enemy concept. Like, something that cannot... Like, it's kind of like taken wolves to another level. Like, wolves were enemies that, if you wanted them to kill them properly, it was very vital that you block them. But Dune Terrors absolutely need to be blocked. Although I do feel like it's kind of weird that the Dwarf, as a tower that creates earthquakes, is unable to hit burrowing Dune Terrors. It's kind of weird. Kind of strange. Some might even say no. Alright. Oh, wait. 4 executioners? Well, Jesus. That seems a bit excessive. Like, more than a little excessive. But I'm sure we can manage. And then we got some Dune Raiders. But we have the Dwarf to deal with that. So I don't think that should be too big of an issue. Ooh, look at that Archmage tearing through that stuff. Yeah, Archmage, I realized I hadn't talked about that at all in the last video. I kind of find it forgettable, because here they're really solid, you know. Best source of magical DPS from your towers. But they kind of drop off later in the game through no fault of their own. The enemy design is to blame. When we get to Crimson Valley and the rest of the jungle, you'll see what I mean. And you'll also find it very sad that they're kind of, you know, they kind of suck. Well, their abilities are... Twister is... It's an awkward cross between the Archon Wizard's Teleport and the high-level Mage's Time-Lapse, and it's not really that great as a result. Main problem is the cooldown, which is actually a whole 5 seconds shorter on Flash, and kind of wish they'd retained that. I'm gonna reinforce that. I don't feel comfortable with all those rewards, but Critical Mass is decent. Although I don't like it being RNG, and the area of effect rarely hits other enemies. But hey, at least I do believe that the explosion does hurt the enemy that the initial attack hits. So that's good, I guess. Still seems a little bit overpriced. Like, just a little bit. This will be fine. Like, this will be fine. This will be completely, yeah. So we have a ton of gold left over. Let's just put that into more upgrades. I guess you could build more towers, but... generally, upgrading the stuff you have is more preferable the farther you get into the game. Not in the early game, though. With low-level barracks, for example, you do tend to want more low-level barracks. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not getting assassins, I really don't need them. But hey, these guys have been a great help, and I will not stand for them being called useless, because they're really not. They're really useful. That is a lot of immortals, though, but that's why I kept this and didn't use it earlier. And maybe this will come in handy now. The AoE will actually... Also, the AoE actually gets slightly bigger with each upgrade level. Like, only a little bit, but it does help. So keep that in mind when upgrading it. And there they go. And that's the last thing I need to clean up. And that's the last properly armored enemies we'll see for a while. Well, not yet. We still do have an iron to get through all. Well, as always, I really hope you found this very useful. Also, leave a comment how much I suck and how much I can still improve these walkthroughs. And I'll see y'all next time. Toodles!